Kakashi stood in the forest along with the members of Team 7. Even while the Jonin sensei was still on crutches, he was still effective at being a teacher. He took out 3 kunais and threw them before his students, Megumi, Sasuke, and Sakura. He explained to them that they were going to be doing the tree climbing exercise. In order for them to grow in strength, they would have to get a mastery over their chakra and their cursed energy. You could say that the two powers go hand in hand. They're a part of the 4 disciplines of the shinobi. When you increase your usage and your ability of molding chakra, it allows your ninjutsu to span 100-fold. And the practice and discipline that you learn from your chakra control goes hand in hand with your control over cursed energy. It makes you effective as shinobi and sorcerer. One by one, each of the kids would attempt the tree climbing exercise, and it went about exactly as he would have expected. With Megumi, his chakra control, it expanded to the fact that he didn't put enough chakra into his feet. Thus, trying to climb up the tree proved to be difficult, as he couldn't get much of a grip. Sasuke put too much chakra, leaving indents in the side of the tree before falling off. And, as he would have expected, Sakura proved to be the most effective, getting the farthest up the tree out of all of them. Kakashi watched on for about 2 or 3 hours before calling a break. Sasuke, Megumi, you two are going to continue with the tree climbing exercise. As for you, Sakura, you will come with me. Wait, why does she get to go with you? Because she has shown that this exercise is far below her limits. She'll have to be trained in another course of action. So what? Are you saying that she's better than us? Sasuke would ask. Kakashi turned back, giving an eye smile. That's exactly what I'm saying. She's better than the both of you, and it's not even close. Safe to say, the sparks of fire and competition for both Sasuke and even Megumi had been ignited as Sakura walked away with her sensei. Kakashi-sensei, do you really think saying that was necessary? I think you upset them. Good. It means they'll be more motivated to take their training seriously. There's no point in them holding you back, or you holding them back. Holding back? What do you mean? What I mean is your chakra control, your control over cursed energy. It's second to none in terms of the team. You're able to use the perfect amount. I have to say, that's a very rare feat, even for someone of your age. How so? Well, I'm sure you're familiar with the Gojo clan, are you not? Yes, the Gojo clan, one of the noble clans of Konoha. It says that their mastery in cursed energy is second to none, especially for the user of the 6 eyes, the Rikugan. Yes, and I happen to know the current user of the Rikugan. You know the user of the Rikugan? You could say that we're old friends. Satoru Gojo, the one who wields the Rikugan, the power of the 6 eyes. But do you know why that power is so special to the clan? You mean like how only one person in every generation can be born with it, and how there can never be 2 users at the same time? Well, there is that, but there's also something else. The power of the 6 eyes allows for the user to have almost complete control over cursed energy manipulation and distribution. Do you understand what that means, Sakura? It means they can use it to a perfect skill level. It means that they never have to waste any cursed energy on a technique. Precisely. Anytime you're using cursed energy, there's always going to be some overuse. No matter how skilled you are, to some degree, you'll always have some energy using too much or too little. But for you, you have one of the rare skills in control, allowing you to use your curse energy, being so refined that you don't waste any of it. It means all of your techniques, they're optimized to its maximum capacity. It's truly remarkable, and it's something you should be proud of. Then what am I holding back in? Sakura would ask. You lack power, Sakura. I would hate to be the one to have to tell you this, but you're kind of weak. Sakura would sink her head, but Kakashi would pat her on the head to cheer her up. It's not a flaw inherently, Sakura. Some people are just born with more power than others. Sasuke and Megumi, they can grow at an exponential rate. You could say it's just a part of their genetics. But you're different. The reason behind your perfect chakra control and your perfect usage of chakra and cursed energy, it comes from the fact that you don't have a lot of it to begin with. But because of that handicap, I believe it gives you a distinct advantage. An advantage? What kind of advantage? If Sasuke and Megumi have a lot of power, they lack control. You have almost perfect control but lack the power. However, because your control is so perfect, the more power I give you, or the more power you're able to give yourself, the better I can control it. Exactly. You are controlled chaos, Sakura. And I believe that's what will make you truly dangerous. You're not someone who beats themselves. After finding a secluded area to train, Kakashi would first start by teaching her a jutsu. It's called the Shadow Clone Jutsu. I'm going to teach it to you, and depending on how many clones you can make, that'll determine how your training turns out. Sakura and Kakashi would repeat this process for 3 days, until she finally got down the basics of the Shadow Clone Jutsu. In total, Sakura could make 2 other clones, meaning there were 3 Sakuras. I have to say, that's actually really impressive. Most Jonin can only make 1 or 2. Like I've said, Sakura, that puts you in elite company. Now, I want you to try this. Kakashi would take 1 clone, and then he and the clone would walk behind a tree. After completing their task, the clone would dissipate. So, Sakura, what did you and our clone discuss? Sakura would immediately blush red at this. You made me say something embarrassing about Sasuke. How could you? Wait, how do I know that? It's the secret to the Shadow Clone technique. Shadow clones retain information. Once they dissipate, that information returns back to the original. And not just information, but training as well. Muscle memory, experience. One person could cut down years worth of training with the aid of a few shadow clones. Wait, really? So you're saying if one of my clones was to go out and exercise, I get the benefits? Of course. Wait, so is that the idea of my training? That's what it is. We're going to be using your shadow clones to help amplify your strength. In different categories, of course. The first clone would be focused on getting her chakra up to a higher level. Clone number 1, Kakashi would say, your job is meditation. Kakashi would take a falling leaf, as clone number 1 would get into a meditating position. He would place the leaf on her forehead. I want you to concentrate chakra as you meditate. Stay completely still. No matter what happens, you must keep the chakra concentrated on your forehead so that this leaf does not fall. No matter what happens, your concentration must be so focused that you don't move from this spot. It doesn't matter if a worm's crawling up your armpit or if you have a whole pants full of ants. It doesn't matter if it's sweltering heat or if it's rain. Your concentration must be absolute. This will help build up your spiritual energy, 1/2 of chakra. As for you, he said, pointing at the other clone, this island is filled with a bunch of low-level curses. I'd say they're about 4th grade. 4th grade curses, like the ones you saw in the academy. What I want you to do is to exorcise those curses, as many as you can, from sunrise to sunset. How many of 4th grade curses are on this island? A lot, actually, from my estimation. Even if you were able to go a full day, you'll still have plenty of more the next. Huh? I'm going to be exercising curses? I brought some extra talisman paper and some ink in case you need to make some seals. I'd get to it if I were you. It's already high noon. Sakura number 2 would start scrambling as she looked for some talismans and seals, getting ready for her job. So why did you send her to do that? The real Sakura would ask. Cursed energy is built up through your training and usage of it. Cursed ceiling tags are a best way of building up your tolerance and of building up your strength in cursed energy manipulation. The more spirits that you're able to seal, it starts to become like second nature. From there, you can move up in level. The more curses you can exercise in a single day, and with more ease, it shows your skill and retention. So what am I doing? Good old-fashioned hard work. Kakashi would unseal a weapon from his pouch. It was a standard tree-cutting axe. It was kind of heavy in Sakura's arms. It weighed about 10 pounds. Damn, this thing's kind of heavy. What on earth am I chopping? These trees. Specifically, I want you to cut down 5 trees today. And then tomorrow, I want you to cut down 10. And then the next day, I want you to cut down 15. You're not allowed to use cursed energy or chakra to amplify your strength. You have to cut these trees down with good old-fashioned muscle. What? Do you see how big these trees are? There's no way I'm going to get them cut down in time. Well, you can't come back until you do. Huh? But how am I supposed to? This training is to help amplify your physical strength. Remember, chakra is the buildup of your physical and your spiritual energy. Your clone right there is meditating, or at least trying to. Meditation, concentration, and focus, that builds up the spiritual. Your tree cutting will build up the physical. When you combine those aspects together, your chakra pool will expand. On top of that, your third clone is going about the island, exercising cursed spirits, practicing, refining, and training in your cursed energy. By doing these 3 things, your power will increase exponentially. Once your power has increased, you can learn greater and greater techniques, and even make your own. That's all to it. The rest is up to you. For Sakura, she stared before the giant oak tree in front of her. She took a swing, and then another, and another. It was a little after 10 o'clock by the time Sakura came home. Even Megumi and Sasuke were back already. Sakura came back covered in sweat, grime, and dirt. She could hardly lift her arms. Megumi had to help feed her that night. What's her problem? Inari would say. Yeah, she looks like she's came back from the dead. It's all a part of their training. What? Training? You just have your kids running all around the island and you call that training? Tazuna would say. The way of the shinobi is a tough one, Mr. Tazuna. Still, my students are rather exceptional. Sasuke, Megumi, Sakura, good work. I look forward to seeing how you progress tomorrow. And so, this would be the continuing pattern. For the week, the boys continue in their tree climbing exercise, finding the tallest trees on the island, The more that they pushed themselves, the higher and higher they went. As for Sakura, day by day, she felt her muscles, the fibers being ripped apart and reformed. Every tree that fell, every hour that one clone spent meditating, another running about on the island, finding where low-grade cursed spirits were lurking and exorcising them. Even sometimes when she got swarmed, like when she found a beehive full of cursed bees, she got stung severely, but she managed to exorcise every single one of them. These low levels are terrible. And these seals that the people have, they hardly do anything. Where on earth do they even come from? Going into week 2, Sakura had cut down her 50th tree. She finally collapsed in exhaustion. She didn't move for hours until she felt someone shaking her. "Wake up, miss. You'll catch a cold." "Uh-huh." Standing before her was what appeared to be a lovely young woman with long, dark hair. "Are you all right?" "Please, help me get up." "Oh, okay." My arms. What happened? It looks like the lumbering company must have came through here. "No, just me. Just me." "You cut all these trees? You must have remarkable strength." "I don't feel like it. I'm tired. I just want it to end." "So why are you out here doing this if it causes you so much pain?" "Because I'm trying to get stronger. I need to get stronger." "You need to get stronger?" "I'm a shinobi. You know we're not supposed to cry like this, but it's hard. I'm always falling behind my teammates. I know that I'm a burden to them. I want to pull my own weight." "I see. So you're doing this for them, then?" "Well, yeah. I don't want to continue to be the dead weight. So I have to keep going every day. I've still got 20 more of these trees to take down before the end of the night. 20 more." "Why are you out here?" "I'm just gathering some herbs to make medicine. Here." The young woman would unsheathe some salve, rubbing the healing ointment on Sakura's arms and legs and forehead. "Does that feel a little better?" "Yeah. Thanks, miss. You're really kind." "I can see that your hard work and dedication will carry you far. Your friends must be really important to you to put in so much effort. You know, I believe that's where true strength lies. The strength to fight for those who you care about. That is what truly makes you strong." Sakura was encouraged by these words. The mystery person was preparing to leave, collecting her bag of herbs for the day. As Sakura waved off, the mystery lady would smile. "I'm glad I could help you. I hope your training bodes well for you." "Yeah, thanks a lot, ma'am." "Oh, sorry about that. I'm a boy." "Huh?" A boy, Sakura thought. "He's prettier than me." Oh! As Sakura was walking home for the day, she saw people gathered in the squares. They were frantic, handing over their money left and foot. They were all gathered around some old guy who was giving out talismans, seals and other things to ward off the cursed spirits. Here, this is all I have. All my Rio, please take it. Here, I'll take anything you can give me. Please, we need protection. Now, settle down. I have more than enough for all of you. I'll see and do what I can. And Sakura watched as the people bought in droves, but she had seen those talisman marks before. They weren't anything special. In fact, they seemed rather defective. As Sakura got closer, one person giving up all that he had saved up just to buy one. As he walked past, Sakura would ask if she could look at it. No way! It's mine! I slaved away long enough. If I can get this to my family, it'll keep them safe while I'm out. No, I just wanted to take a look. I said no! Get off! Wait, please, I'm just trying to... Hey, little girlie, the old man said. Perhaps you would be interested in the charm as well. Yeah, no thanks. I don't need anything from you. Huh. So what? You think you're strong enough to fend off against the spirits all on your own? Well, yeah. Whatever you're selling, it's defective. The second Sakura said those words, the people turned around looking at her like she was crazy. What are you talking about, defective? He's the shaman of the land of waves. We owe our lives to him. The shaman of the land of waves? That's right. Gringo of the land of waves. The master shaman at your service. I have been protecting these people. And I have to say, I've done far more for this island than you can possibly know, dearie. But how? I've seen these marks before. If this is your work, as you claim it is, your work is terrible. This girl clearly doesn't know what she's talking about. Yeah, she's a complete idiot. I'm not. I'm a shinobi from the Hidden Leaf Village, Sakura said, pointing at her headband wrapped on her head. I know how to write proper seals, proper tags and talismans that keep the cursed spirits away. They're hardly effective, if anything. They wouldn't be able to hold off even a fourth grade for too long. Whatever he's selling you, he's not that good. I see. So, you're one of those outsiders that old man Tazuna's brought around, huh? Tazuna? Yeah, the bridge builder. He's been causing us nothing but trouble. Trouble? But he's trying to build that bridge to help you. Who's he going to help? Gato and his men run this country. He should have known that after what they did to him. Him? Now, people, Gringo would say. Don't be too hard on the girl. After all, she's young and ignorant. Ignorant? Listen, I'm sure that in your fancy little village you feel safe and secure. But this is the real world. These people, they're only doing what they can. I have served this land as its shaman and its protector. And I don't take too kindly to having my work called out. It's bad enough that you stir up trouble, bringing in shinobi gangs and thugs and all these other people to ruin their lives. You add to the suffering, and that suffering is what leads to the curses. The negativity that's produced in this land, you contribute to it, don't you? No, I didn't. I think it would be in everyone's best interest if you just left. Sakura could see the angry glares coming her way. Not wanting to cause any more of a ruckus, she just decided to head home. As she did, Kakashi and the others could see the disappointment on her face. Something was bothering her. At dinner, Sakura would tell them what happened. Oh, so you ran into Gringo, huh? Yeah, he's a real piece of work. Don't let him get you down. But they all looked at me like I didn't know what I was talking about. I'm serious, Kakashi-sensei. Those charms, They won't do anything. These people, they need real help, and it's not like you guys can do anything about it, Inari said. Huh? You heard me. You guys can't do anything. Inari, his mother scolded at him. Ever since the shinobi had come here, he had constantly been picking fights with them, undermining them at every turn. You guys go around here acting like you're cool, acting like you're heroes. You can't change anything. Nothing's ever going to change. Mom, they're just going to be idiots that are just going to get themselves killed. I have no plans on dying, Sasuke said. Yeah, neither do I. None of us do, Sakura said. We didn't come here just to die. We're going to protect your grandfather. When that bridge is built, you won't do anything. If my own dad couldn't do it, what makes you think you could do any better? You're all just going to die to Gato and his men because you're stupid. You're stupid and you're idiots. You'll never be heroes. You'll never save us. So why don't you just go back to where you came from and leave us alone? Well, you're free to think that way if you want, Sakura said. And you're the worst out of everyone. They say that you're the weakest of the group. You can't accomplish it if you tried. You'll probably be the first one to die anyway. Huh? Will that make you happy? You came all the way out here just to die? Ugh! Sakura slapped him in the face. You run your mouth a lot, kid. Sakura, I don't feel like eating. I'm going out to hit something, Sakura said, picking up the axe at the doorway. You think I put myself through all of this just to die, kid? Huh? You think I wake up every day feeling like this because I like it? I hate it. You think I want to be going through any of this right now? You think this is what I want to do? Huh? You think this makes me happy? The fact that my team almost got killed? Protecting your grandfather, by the way. I almost lost my life. You think I get a thrill? Huh? You think I enjoy it? It pisses me off. It scares me. But at least I'm going to do something about it. If you want to sit here and whine and complain and feel sorry for yourself, be my guest. Don't project your weakness on everyone else. The door would slam behind her. Inari ran out the back door as well. Sasuke and Megumi would go and check on Sakura, while Kakashi would check on Inari. Things got pretty rough back there, huh, kid? She didn't have to hit me. So mean. Well, what you said wasn't all that nice either. Still, she shouldn't have hit you like that. My students can be quite a handful sometimes. They're high-strung, sometimes not all there in the head. And they have wild aspirations, to say the least. Sakura cares about you, Inari. We all do. I've heard about what happened to your father from your grandpa. Huh? Tazuna had told them what had happened. How Inari's adoptive father, a man who tried to stand up to Gato and his thugs, was killed for his rebellion. But he wasn't just murdered. He had his arms cut from his body. He was strung up on a post, humiliated in front of the people. And to make matters worse, they left him out there. Why, you might ask? Because that night, a cursed spirit came through the village, and he was left bleeding and alone. The blood-curdling screams that filled that village it spread nothing but terror. It wasn't just the idea of execution, but execution from curses. He shouldn't have died like that. What Gato did, Kakashi said, it was evil, beyond evil. I just don't get it. Why do you guys... Because it's our duty. More than anything else, we have made a promise to protect you, to protect your family, to protect this land. And if it means we lose our lives, then so be it. To be a shinobi means you put your life on the line to fight against the evil of the world. At least, that's what we believe. And no one embodies that more than my students, especially Sakura. Day in and day out, she is training to get strong enough, not just to protect you, but to protect everyone. Her strength grows tenfold. And believe me, you'll want that strength on your side. Perhaps she was just reflecting herself, because there was a time when she was just like you. She felt like she was the weakest, that she couldn't do anything, that she'd been better off just giving up. But she was able to stand up even against me. She has a strength that I can only begin to understand. A courage mightier than anything ever seen in this world. Do you think I could ever be that strong? I know you can. After all, you are your father's son. Haku returned to his home, or his current hiding place. As he entered the room, he prepared the medicine for Zabuza, when another familiar voice echoed as well. I had a run-in with that shinobi brat. Oh, you did? Fortunately, it was just a girl. She doesn't seem anything special. Still, she tried to cause quite a ruckus. I'm surprised you didn't kill her, Gringo. In front of them, it wouldn't have got me anything. Still, can't be having those brats messing in on my business. Wouldn't it be better if you sold actual talismans and seals that could work? Oh, don't tell me. You're growing a conscience now? Huh, Haku? It's none of my business. You're right. It's not. These people are suckers. They're absolute idiots who will pay and buy for whatever I tell them. I have to say, when Lord Gato gave me the racket of being the shaman for this land, I thought it was just going to be a dead-end gig. I didn't think that I'd be squeezing the golden goose. Seriously, these people are so desperate, they'll pay for any of my crappy work. I can keep all the good stuff for myself. I'm gonna bleed them dry of everything. Then we move on. That's how it's always worked for us. You're an idiot, Zabuza said, laying in bed. Huh? Oh, the demon finally gets his voice. Go to hell. I'll get you some herbs. I feel my strength coming back to me. The next time I see him, Kakashi, I'll see right through his Sharingan. All you gotta do is cut off the head I'll make sure to take the spoils. When I'm done with this mission, we're going back to the land of water. So soon? I think we have the funds we need. We just need to gather our forces. Oh yes, because another failed coup d'etat against the Mizukage. I'm sure that's going to go over well. I will kill Gakuganji. He bears the same sins as Kagura. He will If you think you can get past the Noritoshi clan, then by all means. I have to say, Zabuza, who would have thought that the demon of the hidden mist would have so much sentiment? A wandering shinobi trying to save his home. It's commendable, if not completely ignorant. Haku glared at Gringo, and Gringo grinned. Now, don't make that face at me. We're all a team. Where you go, I go. After all, that's where the money is. Gringo would grin as he opened a pack of cigarettes, heading outside to smoke. Master Zabuza, Haku said. He disgusts me. Yes, he's a piece of crap, but he's a useful piece of crap. I've decided, after this mission, it's time for us to part ways. Permanently. We'll take his share of the spoils and move on. I know that he's probably planning on backstabbing us also. So we'll just beat him to it. After all, to use and be used. That is the way of the shinobi. This concludes Naruto King of Curses. What if Naruto was a Jujutsu Sorcerer? The Land of Waves arc, Part 5. As always, if you enjoyed today's video and everything else that we have to offer, then please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit that bell for post notifications so you can stay up to date on everything that is PowerCore Productions and Podcastings that's to come out now and in the future. Stay tuned tomorrow as we continue with Naruto King of Curses. What if Naruto was a Jujutsu Sorcerer? The Land of Waves arc, Part 6. But anyway, that's going to do it for the end of today's video. I'm Javon Harrington with PowerCore Productions and Podcastings, signing off, and I'll see you next time.